And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
So there I was, getting the rust off. Yes, getting the rust off. Why? Because it was the first time out this year on a set of skis. Holy cats. You think you remember how to do it, and then you hadn't been on the skis in a while, and you put yourself back out there on the slopes, and you think you got it? This was hilarious. So my daughter and my son had been out there on the slope skiing, and I got my skis together, got my gear, and I headed out. And my daughter said, "All right, Dad, you made it. Let's go." So we head up the chairlift, and we take off going on the first run. And in that moment, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm getting my ski legs back, right? It's been a little while. First time out this season. And all of a sudden, I'm following her, and I'm like, lead the way. Famous last words, right? What a mistake that was. She takes off, and she's going down some treacherous terrain, and I'm just the first time back on my skis. And she goes off, and I'm following her, and there's no way I'm keeping up. No way. I'm sorry. First time on skis of the year. She's been skiing all morning. I'm trying to keep up with her. And sure enough, I'm not feeling confident in the moment, and I lost it. I absolutely lost it. I went over a mogul, and one ski went one way, and it was gone, and then I'm on one, and I'll tell you what, I'm not that balanced anymore, my friends. And before you know it, I was the agony of defeat, and I was all over the slope. The good thing is that, as my son said, there wasn't a yard sale on my equipment. It was all within range where I could grab it. So I grabbed my equipment quickly, and I just sat there for a moment. I looked down the slope, and halfway down, my daughter was waiting for me, and it reminded me of life, of where we have to stay humble, and we need to collect ourselves, and we need to realize that, we're not Superman, we're not Wonder Woman. We just can't make it go on the first run. I mean, unless you're warmed up, right? You got to get warmed up for these things. And it reminded me, as we go through life, we set a lot of goals, we set a lot of things that we work on, that we do, but if we don't continually always to go back and focus on what we're doing and why we're doing it, we're going to lose control. Just like I did on that set of skis. I lost control. So, as the new year starts out, everybody sets a lot of new goals each year, and the goals they want to do, they set SMART goals, they set SMARTA goals, they set SMARTER goals. And if you're familiar with all these acronyms of the SMART, the SMARTER, the SMARTY goals, they're all ways to help you to set goals. And if you haven't looked at a different way to set a goal, I mean, SMART is the most original one. It's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's results-based, and it's time-phased in the way you do it. SMART, SMART. And you can look that up, and there's a lot of ways to do it. And as I said, there's SMARTER and there's SMARTY. But as you're going through life, you got to remind yourself when you're setting these goals, why are you doing it? Why are you out there? Because I'm going to tell you what, when I wiped out on those skis, I was not having fun. And I didn't spend that money and that time to go ski with my family to get myself hurt. That was not my goal. Good thing I was not hurt. I was able to get back on my skis, complete my run there. And then I shared with my daughter. I said, "What happened there?" And I said, she's like, "Well, what happened with you?" And she goes, "You followed me, and I didn't want you to go on that run. You're supposed to go on a different run." And so we had a little miscommunication. Imagine that, right? And with that being said, I realized, well, on the next run, I really want to just take my time, get my legs back underneath me and focus. And I got back up on the hill, and I'm coming down. And what I did was I reminded myself, why am I skiing? Why am I out here with my family skiing? Because the goal is to have fun. Now, I may not be as good a skier as I once was, but as Toby Keith once said, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever was. So what I decided to do is focus on why I'm here and why I was there to have fun with my family. So what I started to do is focus on every little move I made on the skis and to make sure that I was intentional in what I was doing. I wasn't second guessing myself. I wasn't questioning myself. What I was doing is reminding myself to really stay focused, stay balanced, and focus on what I'm doing. And then I started focusing on every little move I made, how I shifted my body, how I took the next cut, how I took the next turn. And whatever I did, I was focused on it. And before you knew it, things started to come back to me. And I felt good. I felt good. And here's the beautiful thing, my friend. I did not wipe out the rest of the day because, again, I was focused on remembering what to do and why I'm doing it in order to have fun. And you can have fun when you're not wiping out, when you're not paranoid and you're not freaking out that you're losing it, and you remember the basics and you get back to doing what you can do to have fun. So as you set these goals and as you go through this year, remember, make sure that you're having fun. Make sure you remind yourself, why am I doing this? And then when you remind yourself, it will bring you back. It will center you again to go after it and remind you that, yeah, you're out here to make good things happen in your life. Get back on the horse. Get back on the skis. Go make it happen. And remind yourself of the little things so you can stay focused and you can have fun while achieving those SMART goals this year. Now go make it happen.